Howdy everyone, I'm back at it again. It's a beautiful day for some kayak fishing. So I'm out here on the river today. We're going to try to find some smallies. Got a new variation of one of my favorite lures we're going to try out here today, the Heddon Super Spook Junior. I was at Fleet Farm the other day and noticed they had a new variation of that spook, one that comes pre-rigged with a feathered treble. I went with the oaky shad color. I really kind of like that color. It's got more of a natural look on the bottom, and then the top, it's got that bright chartreuse stripe, which should make it real easy for me to see and keep an eye on that lure. Grabbed a couple of them. I've got one tied on already. Put my other rod away, bring my anchor stick back up. I had to lower it a little bit to go underneath the bridge back there behind me. So we'll toss around that spook today and see if we can hook into a few nice smallies. I'm going to work my way upstream a little ways here. Got nice clear water on this stretch of river. The current's moving a little bit. It's not too bad. It should be a fun day out here though. We'll fish around and see what we can catch. Looks like there's lots of weeds floating along, so hopefully that doesn't get in the way of trying to fish a topwater lure. Guess if nothing else, I'll switch to a jig, but I'm really hoping we can get them on the spook today. Yeah, that Super Spook Junior has really been one of my favorite lures ever since I started kayak fishing, pretty much. It always seems to get a few nice smallies to bite. Yeah, I'm not sure if they just started making these feather treble rigged ones or if they've been out a while, but I just noticed them for the first time the other day, so they're new to me at least. But for $7.99, I couldn't pass that deal up. It's usually about what I pay for the redhead spooks that I normally throw, and then I've got to pay $5 or $6 for a 2-pack of those feathered trebles. So having them come pre-rigged like that is definitely a little bit easier on the wallet. So it's a nice, bright, sunny day today. The types of spots I'm going to be looking for are little patches of shade underneath low-hanging trees and bushes, or any kind of current break, like we've got right up there. Little current break type spots where those bass can tuck themselves into and wait for their next meal to come swimming by. Didn't see anything come swimming out of that one. It is kind of shallow through here. I might just need to work my way upstream a little ways till we get to some slightly deeper water. fishy over there. Oh yeah, there's one. First fish of the day on the spook. Yeah, that's a good one to start off with. Not bad at all. Heck yeah. Well, we are officially on the board. I was hoping these fish would be hitting topwater today. Get that guy unhooked. Man, that's a beauty of a smallie to start off with. I guess I just caught the second one of the day. Just threw my spook over the side of the kayak. This little guy came and snatched it. Oh, these little ones are the ones that make me nervous. They just flop and thrash around so quick. I've been stuck a few times by smallies, and it's usually a little one about that size. They just flop so quick, I can't react. Well, all right, they're hitting topwater. We got the first one of the day, and immediately after, the second one of the day. Get my tail feather fixed up on that super spook. Yeah, it's a nice looking lure. I don't know, I've pretty much stuck with the redhead the past several years, but I kind of like that oaky shad color. I really like the fact that they come rigged up with that feathered treble already, so I don't have to buy extra hooks and deal with swapping hooks out on lures. It's kind of nice to just tie it on straight out of the box and get to catching fish with it. There's one. Let's see if my anchor will grab bottom here. Got to stop my drift downstream, then I can hit that little corner after I deal with this fish. Just a little guy. Pretty little smallie. Hey, settle down, you. Nice. They're hitting today. See anything swimming around in there? Not looking like it. Oh, I saw a little baby one. I'm not really looking to catch little baby ones today, though. A couple little ones right down there in the shade. We'll keep looking for that big one. Fix my tail feather up. Did I get him? I don't think I really wanted that one. Little guy, you can go ahead and shake it if you feel like it. There's one. Hey, that's a decent fish. Well, I've been picking through quite a few little ones today, but got our hooks into a couple nice smallies now. Get my anchor dropped. We'll see if we can get this fish in the net. Get down in there. Get this guy unhooked. He's got my other hook tangled up in my net. Yeah, look at that. That's a beauty of a smallie right there. That's what I was looking for. I'm hoping to find a couple more like that today. About 18.5 inches. Just a beautiful, nice, thick, healthy river smallie. Well, if we can catch a couple more, I'll keep fishing as long as I can, but today's trip might be kind of cut short. I've got a leak in my hull somewhere. I've already had to pull off to the side once, and I bailed about 3 gallons of water out of my kayak. I'm pretty sure I know exactly where it's leaking. There's a little crack right on the bottom where one of the scrupper holes comes through, and it's kind of right where it sits on a bump when I load my kayak into the back of my truck, so I'm not sure if that's what's causing it or... I'm gonna have to figure something out though, because I can't be scooping gallons of water out of my kayak multiple times a day. Every time I get out. I mean, I don't mind it this time of year, but once the water gets cold, I don't want to have to hop out and bail my kayak out. I mean, right now it's easy enough to do. I can just hop in the water. That's why my pants are all wet. From doing it once already, I'm probably gonna have to towel the water out of that front hatch several times today. Is there one hiding in there? That was a good fish. Oh, he just came out and nailed that spook. Well, that's what I like to see. Some aggressive, hungry fish. Get up here. Alright. Get it all out of your system before I try to grab you. Gotcha. Man, look at that fish. He just came out of that brush like a freight train and hammered that spook. That is a beauty right there. Nice river smallie. Geez, look at the belly on that fish. I've been seeing lots of bait swimming along the weeds and pretty much any other structure. I'm sure these smallies are just chowing down right now. And if I get my spook near one of their hiding spots, they aren't hesitating to come out and blast that thing. Well, the big fish have been kind of few and far between today. I've caught a few. The last two were really back to back. I found two hanging out within probably 50 feet of each other. Other than that, I've been having to work for them. Yeah, that's all right though. We're catching some fish. Hoping to find at least one or two more before I turn around. I don't think I'm gonna fish a whole lot on the way back downstream. I'll probably just paddle back because my kayak's got a leak. It's taken on water. I've had to pull over and bail 2 or 3 gallons out of my front hatch a couple of times already today. So I'm gonna have to take the kayak home, stick the hose in it, fill it up with water, and see where it's dripping out through the bottom. Hopefully I can fix it with a little plastic weld. Well, I spent about another hour fishing my way upstream after I caught those last two real nice smallies, pretty much back to back. But I haven't caught anything else up here. I really haven't seen any other big fish swimming around either, so it's got me wondering if maybe with the water level being down a little bit, if a lot of the big fish aren't just farther down toward the bottom end of this stretch of river. There's another, I don't know, 5 miles downstream from where I launched, where those fish could be hiding. So maybe I'll check that part of the river out next week when I can get out. I wish I had time to fish it today, but I don't. So we'll give it another hour or two fishing our way back downstream. I'm hoping for at least one more decent smallie. I've really been having to work for them today though. I've had to cover quite a bit of water to find a few. But maybe we'll get that spook in front of another nice one. There we go. Is that a decent one? Not too bad. It's probably going to be the one that I have to call it a day on though. I'm floating my way back downstream. I'm just about back to where I started from, but I'm also about out of time for today's trip. I've got to hit the road to get back to town and pick up my daughter. Hey, settle down. Yeah, it's not a bad fish though. Caught a couple like that today. A couple a little bit bigger. All in all, not a bad day of fishing. Kind of starting to wonder if a lot of the big fish are farther downstream right now though, because the river's a little bit low right now. And this stretch, it keeps going another 4 or 5 miles down from where I launched before it hits a dam, so there's lots of water down that way for the big fish to be hanging out in today. I think that might be where a lot of them are. Hey, it was a fun day out here though. We found a few nice ones willing to come up and smash that Super Spook Junior. Not a bad way to spend the day. Yeah, any day on the river's a good day if you ask me. It's a beautiful day out here for some fishing. Caught a few fish. Yeah, I had a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed the afternoon out here in the kayak with me. I had a blast. Thanks for coming along with me again. I'll see you next time.